Ashanti, can you talk about what self-love is and how we distinguish it from counterfeit self-love such as selfishness or vanity?
Yes. When I was talking to you about self-love, self is our permanent self. Permanent self has no boundaries. It has no ego. It doesn't distinguish between I and you. So if we cultivate love for our higher self, everything gets accomplished very easily. Self-love doesn't mean I love my body, I love my mind, I love my emotion. This would be selfish love, that I want to pamper my body, I want to pamper my senses, I want to pamper my mind. This is selfish love. When I say affirmation, I accept myself, I love myself, I love my body, here we are talking about body as instrument. So body is the instrument, senses are instrument, mind is the instrument. But when we consider our body as our enemy, we punish it. When we consider our mind as enemy, we punish our mind by worrying, thinking too much. We consider senses our enemy, we do overeating, overindulgence into the things. So here, self-love means being comfortable with our body, because body is instrument. We have sanskaras. Sanskaras are deep-rooted impression from childhood. Deep-rooted impression that you have anger for someone, or anger for yourself, or feeling of guilt. So all this deep conditioning comes out by torturing ourselves. How do we torture ourselves? How do we punish ourselves? By eating too much. Though we know it is not good, we do it. Indulge in the worries of the mind, indulge into thinking, indulge into punishing ourselves. All these are means because we don't love ourselves. So self-love refers to love for higher self and also love for our body, because body is extension of my consciousness and body is the means. Senses are the means. Mind is the means, because using body, senses and mind, we are experiencing the higher self. So don't consider your body is your enemy. So when you say, I accept myself, I love my body, at the same time say, this body is manifestation of God. This body is temple of God. So I want to invite God to live in, or higher consciousness to live in. So I keep my body clean. I keep my mind clean. With this awareness, it is not selfish interest, but it is pure interest. Because just like you are inviting a guest, you clean the house so that guest is happy. So if we want to invite higher consciousness, then we want to purify ourselves. We can purify ourselves only we consider as instrument, just like we keep our house clean to invite a guest. So with this approach, we can easily treat ourselves properly. If we treat ourselves with respect, we don't indulge into food, we don't indulge into worry, we don't indulge into sense pleasure, but we use all of them properly and wisely. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Any question?
And how do we know, as it moves back and forth from proper self-care and selfish care, how do we know when we're slipping?
Yes. We always have to remember our permanent existence as Atman, pure consciousness, and body, senses and mind are means. If we remember that distinction, I really am, then we don't get confused. We get confused because we get so much into body, so much into senses or mind, we forget our true essence. So meditation, quiet meditation or active meditation, just remembering I am true self all the time, body is my instrument. By remembering that, we don't lose the connection.
And does this fit with the biblical idea that God created man and said that it is good?
Yes. So that's good. Any concept, any way, we can see that connection. That this body is given by God. God gave it pure, and we are contaminating because of our duality and separateness, not knowing, forgetting God. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.